Alright, video. Kind of half and half. So two very different subjects probably. It has to do with the comments section on the whatever Gary Cam site, one of them anyway. Alright, so there's two different things happening here, and one person's asking the question, the philosophical question, and the other one's ragging on the website, which is kind of pointless since it's in development. It's not a finished product yet, and the critiques are the same petty bullshit you get from people. Two R's in Gary just indicates not paying very well attention. Gary has said in other places correctly, but everybody's just really not too connected. The chick, who likes, it's just everything. You can critique everything, but she's whatever. It's like somebody being a chubby chaser. Like, let's say there was a guy who was a chubby chaser, but you were a woman who didn't really like being fat. You really wouldn't want him to chase you because you're fat. So, if you tell me, hey, I'm a chick that likes to fuck old men, I really don't like being an old man, so if that's why you're fucking me is because I'm an old man, it's like fucking me for the wrong reason. It's not going to make me feel good. Now, if you confused me with a young man, and you're a young man fucker, now I'm going to feel good about it. You get it? Yeah, I'm not going to get it. Anyway, and on top of that, she's just not paying any attention. Gary, I love the ripped back of your chair. The chair had a back and it had a tear in it. Well, I got rid of the chair back because the chair is just too big for this space. It's always been a problem. And the chair was kind of stuck anyway, but also one of the legs broke, and so one of the casters, and they're plastic, and it was broken in such a way so there's no point in trying to string it back together. So the chair was becoming less and less useful. So anyway, I took the back off of it, and so now I'm playing with this Seisha bench thing, this Japanese chair, and that old, just a flat thing to sit on, and I haven't found either one to be satisfactory yet, but I'm working on it. But anyway, the chair hasn't been around for 3 days, and such as, when you ripped it during our sexy time, it was such a turn on. Well, maybe that kind of jibber jabber does it for some people, but I'm really not a sexual jibber jabberer. Anyway, so back to the philosophy part, and then it'll be website stuff. The only thing I don't agree with Gary is that he thinks that he will come back after death as another Gary in Bangladesh or somewhere else. It depends on what you call a Gary. Like I said, you're not even spelling my name correctly, so you're already including a whole bunch of other Garys as a Gary. Do you get it? You're already saying it's okay that the name isn't exactly the same, and it's okay that this isn't and that isn't, and that's the whole point. The point is what I am is not 1 in a million or 1 in 7 billion. Your argument is that I'm somehow 1 in 7 billion or 1 in 7 trillion, and there'll never be anything like me ever again. And that's a stupid argument, in my opinion. What I am is just a collection, a narrative that's running in my consciousness. Now, I could argue that there's lots of stuff that doesn't matter. Blonde hair doesn't matter. Blue eyes don't matter. Shape of my face doesn't really matter in terms of the narrative, the conscious experience. How I, generally speaking, react to things. What is repulsive, my sensibilities, that kind of stuff. And all that stuff, so if you take away all the stuff that doesn't matter, shoe size, penis size, whatever the thing is, and you get to just the stuff that does matter, what I feel, the category of general sensation or perception, the amount of anxiety or fear or disgust or revulsion, the kind of, just the general perception. You're not into something that's 1 in a million or 1 in a billion. You're into something that's 1 in 1,000, 1 in 5,000, maybe 1 in 100. So I'm not that unusual if you just count. Like just how, I mean how somebody articulates, you know, how articulate they even are, really doesn't have much to do with it. There can be somebody who's thinking much like me, sensing the world much like me, but they're not able to talk like I can. You know, they have some advantages or disadvantages different than the ones I have, but their general absorption of the living experience is similar to my own. And that's the argument, jackass. I mean, if that's too complicated for you, then it's too complicated for you. I mean, theoretically, every, you know, chickens are really similar, a certain breed of chicken. You know, they're all chickens, jackass. Now, if I go looking for minutia differences, you know, if I start measuring how long their toenails are, how many red feathers they have versus white feathers, or some other bullshit, I can certainly find those distinctions. And certainly we can find differences between each other. But I'm just saying some of the differences are less relevant than other differences. And that's the point. And so we all might be special snowflakes, but it's all snow, fucker, generally speaking. There's wet snow and dry snow and blah blah blah. So yeah, the big differences make a difference. Happy you could call dry snow. Sad you could call wet snow. So we fall in these general categories, very broad. And then within those categories you can do a little more refining. But I'm just saying, I'm just 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000. I'm not 1 in a zillion gabillion. Asshole. I mean, we've been over this. But his is bullshit. Well, your sentence is bullshit. You can't articulate very well, can you? No one can come back with the same consciousness. Now, where in the fuck did I ever say the same consciousness? The same in any kind of sense of, oh yes, I have exactly my memories of exactly my experiences. Obviously, I never said any such thing. So obviously it wouldn't be a 50-year-old consciousness, or it wouldn't be an experienced consciousness. It wouldn't be any of that kind of stuff, would it? Wouldn't have grown up in the decades I grew up in, would it, and have those memories? No, it wouldn't. But it would have something parallel, something in the same general direction. What is his argument for this? Well, I've made it over and over again. I'm not defending that jackass. I don't believe somebody in Bangladesh is going to wake up and say, gee, I lived in 1968 and I saw us land on the moon and that's not going to happen, fuckhead. He keeps saying this. No, he doesn't keep saying this. He keeps arguing exactly the opposite. And assholes, cunt, fuckers like you, lying pieces of scuzz like you, keep saying he did. He didn't. He keeps saying this. No, he doesn't. But is nonsense. But is nonsense. You can't... What is nonsense is to use the word nonsense in a sentence that you wrote incoherently, asshole. But is nonsense is not a fucking proper phrase, fuckhead. Where is the logic in it? Well, again, there's no logic in it because it's not a premise that I'm arguing or defending. It's not an argument I'm making, you lying scum. Okay. So anyway, so somebody else chimed in. I can't speak for how Gary sees it, but I will tell you what I think and how I relate to Gary on this matter. All humans are essentially clones. Well, again, see, the essential clone thing only falls down in the sense that obviously being born with a penis and being born with a vagina is very different. There's no new crop coming along on this planet. Everyone is related. Well, again, being related, being snowflake, doesn't mean you're not necessarily very different kinds of snowflakes. Gary will be back in that his genetics will essentially manifest in somebody else who will inevitably be born. Well, I don't know if the genetics has anything to do with my argument whatsoever. I don't give a fuck about the genetic part. I care about the perceptual part, the conscious experience part. Because those genes aren't his exclusively. Well, that's just... I mean, my sister is less like me, you could argue, than maybe you. So genetics doesn't have anything to do with conscious experience. It's just a bullshit. Just the same way he ended up alive and didn't ask for it, somebody else will. The point is somebody else will in the sense that they will also find life intrinsically, innately, without obvious discovery to be lacking. Like, they'll ask a question, they'll get a silly answer, and they'll say, well, fuck, that was a silly fucking answer. Why is... and they'll just keep getting these stupid, it's God's will. No, it isn't. It's a broken world. We're living in a meat grinder, and you motherfuckers are too stupid to say, hey, let's slow this down a bit. Maybe this isn't a good idea. This is a fundamentally flawed game you're playing. It's a fundamentally stupid game of I will basically suck your blood. And then I'll go find somebody like Mengele and call him evil, even though I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm just grinding people up for my convenience. They'll look like Gary. Who see the looking part really doesn't matter too much. And chances are they will have the same personality traits that he exhibits and will exhibit behaviors that he exhibits. Well, again, you're just kind of missing it. It's not about my traits external. It's not about my behavior external. It's about the internal experience. As for consciousness, his speciality will not come back because that is individual to the body known as Gary. Well, that's his specifically will not come back. Again, it will in concept. I'm just saying that, if you understand evolution, if I can say if somebody's educated in a science, the fundamental knowledge of the mechanism, the visualizations are all kind of parallel or very similar. So in a sense, it is a static thing. And I guess I would argue that anything that lands on this planet that is logically coherent, that is, doesn't like bullshit as an answer to a question, is going to end up like Gary. Yes. But my personal belief is that there's only one consciousness in the first place, and all individual consciousnesses are somebody that one consciousness. Well, that is just the most drivelly pile of crap. What the fuck, shit, brain, crappy shit, fuck, what the fuck I ever heard. What are you making up that crap for? We have individual brains. We know that each brain has to do its own operating system, has to do all the stuff all on its own. This isn't fucking, there's not one consciousness, you stupid cunt. Oh, simply that one consciousness piped through the body glove. Whatever. It's not a body glove, and it's not piped through. It's obviously created in. And if I break the little pieces, the thing doesn't work. There's no pipe. That it is manifested through a specific body is all that makes it individual. Well, whatever. It's just such a crock of shit. It's an illusion. Reality is an illusion of separation. Whatever. Fuck you. Sorry, not even close. Don't speak for me in the future because you're a kook. Sorry, but you just happen to be. Alright, the chances are almost zero for this to happen soon. I don't know what that means. And the reality we live in is not an illusion because we experience different states of things. What we experience is an illusion. It's a projection created inside of a brain. So that part of it is an illusion. The illusion is triggered by real things, real energy. But how the energy ends up manifesting into what we call experience is purely a contrivance of the mechanism. It's real, but it's not a reality. It doesn't have the real things in it. The picture isn't a real picture. None of it is a real thing. It's a perception created in a brain space. Anyway. Alright, so now on to the website stuff. I think I've done enough on that subject. Really, I believe that we carnate as consciousnesses. Consciousness is as you keep making them. Okay, there's no, dying becomes less significant because you're not really dead, because you're kind of going to wake up the same way you woke up in this body. The same kind of experience is going to be happening to something else. It's clearly a new thing, but it's going to go through the same routine that you went through, the same education, so to speak, the same bludgeoning of its soul by retards will take place. Anyway, so anyway, on to the website. This site looks in bad state because does not give to the user what he wants, for example. First off, this site wasn't under dispute as being finished. It's argued that it's in process. And this is the most unprocessed version of the site. Like I said, the other one, whatever, the other one is the site where I'm doing more of the testing, and this one just gets it. I just leak it into this one when I eventually get to it. But they're all running the same kind of modules, so what breaks in one will break in the others, and so what I can fix in one will fix it in the others, that kind of thing. So here, I mean, but this critique, I don't mind you offering. Hey, some people have told me something didn't work, and I fix it. So that's fine. Bug reports are fine. But this critique of an unfinished, in development website is just so fucking useless. The menu is so confused. Well, I don't know what could possibly be confused about it. I mean, there's images, you comment, audio, video, best of, yes, they'll have labels, there'll be things in those categories. How is that confusing, shithead? 2 different colors. Oh, what, blue and purple? And menu, link, image, just hard to understand. I don't even know what that means. And menu, link, image, just hard to understand. I can't, wait, what can I say? You go to a website. First off, it's offering a variety of content, so yes, you don't know what it's quite doing. And so you have to play with it and find out what it's doing. If it was a website, just, oh, here's instructions on how to molest your washing machine. Then, yeah, it would just be a page and have text, and here's how to molest your washing machine. But that's not what it is, idiot, fuckhead, retard. It's a lot more complicated than that, and I'll show you that. But anyway. GIFs show nothing. That's right, because I haven't added them yet. That's right. On the other site, there are animated GIFs in that category, and there's audio files, and the best of has more images. And see, the best of is there. It's just that, yes, well, they're going to be all butt images. But at least it's the other site's all penis images. So I'm just saying, it all depends on what you're after. But this is all not finished, fuckhead. I mean, you click on comment, the comment section opens. It opens to where I was. Seems that's pretty functional, shithead. So anyway, so yes, these categories have nothing in them yet because those pages haven't been filled yet. Fuck you. Programmer must make everything easier for users. It depends on who you're programming for and for what purpose. People who want who want tools, right? The tools don't say, they don't have extensive instructions. You go to a store and buy a wrench. The wrench doesn't explain how to fix everything that you can fix with that wrench, or every way you can manipulate the wrench, or every way you could use the wrench, does it? No. Something is expected from the user, fuckhead. So I'm just saying, again, this website doesn't have some little, this is all we're doing, we're not doing anything else. It's a lot more complicated than that, and for people who want to get extra value, it has that potential to provide it, you stupid fuck. Users are not programmers. Well, again, that's the point is some users want tools and some users don't. Some users want audio or video or this or that, and other users don't. Well, there's choices here. You don't have to press any of this shit. You can just fuck off. This should be a user-friendly page. Well, again, it is user-friendly. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to blow up your browser. It's not going to do any of that shit. The worst thing that could possibly happen is you have to reload the page. Oh my God. What a crisis. User does not need to think. Well, again, it depends on what the user is planning to do. If they're trying to be a participant, then they're going to have to think. If they're going to type text, they're going to have to think. When they navigate through menu. Shit. Anyway. So more complaining. When I press X, the menu and everything disappears. Yeah, well, traditionally an X does that. It's a newsflash. I'll just let you know. That's a common practice, is to use the X symbol to mean kill that, please. Close, and they have an X next to it. It's the universal close symbol. Fucker. How to get back the comment section? Well, that I have to fix. Because yes, if you do hit the X button, you can get the comment section back. Actually, it'll just auto reload, right? If you just wait a second, it will in 30 seconds or less. I mean, usually less, because it's just the timing cycle thing. Obviously, this timing cycle is a long one for some reason. But if you hit comment, that might help it along. I mean, it really should reload. Yeah, it really should. Well, actually, the refresh on the comment section, I remember I hit the I turned off auto refresh. So the problem is, yeah, it won't come back because I turned off auto refresh. So yeah, I have to fix that. So the auto refresh turns back on. Obviously, I had to turn off auto refresh so I could read the comments without refreshing. So yes, if you turn off auto refresh and then close the comment section, it's gone and it's not coming back unless you reload the page, which really isn't that much trouble, is it? I mean, that took what, 6 fucking seconds? Alright. So anyway, so that's how, yes, looks like only refreshing page will solve the problem. Yes, that's if you hit auto refresh off. See, if you make the auto refresh off, then that's true. So yes, I'll fix it. Bug report, thank you. If I press TL, well, you don't know what TL means, do you? Multiple times. Why would you do that? Really? Why would you do that? Then submenu appears multiple times in chat section. Well, we'll see if that happens. TL. See, what actually has happened is that the menu has loaded, but because you're scrolled down the page, so I have to put a scroll to top. See, this is what got loaded. So when you hit TL, this got loaded, and this will have, these links have to be fixed. I mean, you definitely don't want to hit this one. If you want something to mess up your, well, it won't mess it up, it's just you'll fuck the cookies up. And you'll have to erase your cookies to fix it. Anyway, the cookies on this page. Anyway, so this is the tools and links link. So this is what it popped onto the page. Now if you hit it multiple times, it keeps reloading, okay, because, yeah, see, it's reloading the tools again. Now I can put a stop to that, but why are you fucking hitting it more than once? And if you hit refresh, which is the RE, it all goes away anyway. So it's not that big a threat now, is it? No, I don't think it is. So the AI is another button you can only hit once. If you hit it twice, then you'll fuck up what is an alarm clock. And obviously the alarm clock's only going to work with the auto refresh off. So I'll create a script that turns off the auto refresh. Now look, the context of why this is the way it is that this tool, this comment section, isn't intended to only be used on this website, fuckhead. Its intention is to be used on the web in general. See, now when I hit this little bookmark, the comment section is going to show up over here. And what's going to happen is this image will rotate with the live image. So you'll be able to see the live image. You'll have the tools. So if I want to make this YouTube page black and white, I hit the black and white tool. I can make it black and white, or white and black, or black and white. You know, I can use the alarm clock. See, to reset the time on the alarm, you just click the little box and then type in a number of minutes. Just letting you know. But don't say cancel, because cancel doesn't work. Yeah. And so these other tools, like this DI tool, is sort of interesting. Now, obviously, the color doesn't match the background here, so that's not very good. But it will list the videos and MP3s as files, which is kind of interesting, and then the images and the links. So it does have some use on a website where there's embedded videos or other things, and this way you can get direct access to, like, if there's hidden MP3 files or something else on the page, which is sort of interesting. So anyway, so that's the point here, is that these tools are intended to be used on the web, and that I can actually link this stuff on this page. So I can make comments here, and they'll be posted in this comment section. And I can post links from here, and it'll end up posted on this page, on the website. See, so I just hit a button. I just hit a button. And it didn't work. So anyway, this is the video. So if I hit this button, it's not linked to the right place, obviously. Hold on a second, I gotta see where I made a mistake. I should have tested it before the other one works. But the point is you will be able. Yeah, it's not at that location yet. Yeah, B1 FOS4, that should be there. Very strange. It really should be there. Just had to think for a second. I'm pretty sure it's there. I could look. Well, I mean, I don't want to waste your time, but I mean, that is curious. It should be in this directory. So we'll look for a B1 here. B1, B1, B1. Oops, B5. Yeah, there's no B1s in there. Surprising. My bad, I guess. I should have had it over there already. So I know I have a copy of it somewhere here, convenient. It's in this directory. Nope, those are all A9s. So that's not quite what we're looking for. Do we have a B1 in there? No. Okay, so we have to go all the way back here. And hit the alphabetical, and then find the B14. There we go. Alright, now if I slide this in here, now it should work properly. Well, now I think I have to clear the history. Just got to get the new version, maybe. That wouldn't be right either. Well, anyway, I can show it with the other video file, but there's no, I don't really want to do that with the other file because that's really irritating. Well, anyway, you can see that if I do it with this other one, the box shows up, and that you can add, you can add commentary, blah, 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 and it will end up posting it as a link on the website. So, I mean, I could just go to, see, this stuff is on the other, not going to remake this video, but it's on this main page. See, it's already over there. And if you look at these other ones, they have links where you can hit just the link button, and it loads the option to add a link. So the point is, if I had the link button activated, and I had to deactivate it because you can't trust people, there would be a link button on here, and you just hit the link button. That would load the message board that way, and then I could load this video on here. So if you go down, if you scroll down this thing, you can see that originally that's what this was. See, there's links to the videos. If you go all the way down, you'll see the old, I guess we've used up some of those. But anyway, I can link to external websites from here, and it ends up on that thing. See, now it loaded the wrong box because I have that one in the system, so to speak. But yeah. So it's so it is loading the script. It just didn't load the box. See, obviously it's reloading this one, so it's recognizing the fact. So it is getting the file. I just don't know why it didn't load it correctly. It's weird. Let me try it one more time. Just for fun. Video. Yeah. So it really should work. Damn, it didn't. It's just not happening. It really should. There's something I haven't fixed about it, I guess. So there's so there's probably something in the script I need to fix, and I fixed it in the other one. I didn't fix it on this one. Well, anyway, so I'll fix that. But like I said, I wasn't ready to point that out anyway. I wasn't. The point is that I haven't created a page for people to do this, to understand that that's what they can do, that they can display this on any site they're looking at. They just hit the bookmark and all the comment section shows up, and they can, do all these interesting things, you dumb fuck. And again, it's the tools thing. It has this, the game image thing. It's just kind of interesting. The other guy was having some kind of problem with it. See, it's not working either, this link. It works on the website, trust me. So I have to, like I said, this needs to be fixed. This menu is broken, so the fact that this one isn't picking it up is not a surprise. Part of it is also that, these websites have changed. So, they've made these all secure servers. And the other part is that Firefox, at least, has changed its cache policy. And so it's no longer recognizing certain phrases that forced the browser to get the new version of something. And so now you have to use a new, different gimmick to get the browser to go get the new version. And some of my scripts aren't updated yet to the new trick. The more, and it's just kind of irritating because the old system worked quite well, and now you're basically just creating a bunch of unnecessary work, because now you have to actually get the time code and send the time code, and it's like, anyway, it's more processor involved, where the other phrase was just so simple. It just said, go get the new version. Anyway, so all of this crap, you just forced me to counter-argue this shit in text or whatever. I mean, it just, I wish people would understand that making accusations is kind of a serious thing. And if you're going to make them, you ought to make sure you're right. And I'm just saying, you're just fundamentally wrong on so many levels. First, I never made any claim that this website was finished. It's in development right now. And second, it's capable of doing things that are much more complicated than a regular website, jackass. And you can't have all that function if I make it all, if I waste a ton of time creating fail-safe buttons and notices that pop up explaining everything. The whole thing just grinds to a halt. You don't understand it. You're just adding a bunch of unnecessary code to stop people from putting ladders upside down or something. It's not my fault if somebody holds their steak knife upside down. There's a point where you have to say, look, this does stuff. If you care to know, there's a video explaining it. There'll be a video explaining it. It's just not ready yet, so there's no point in making the video explaining it when it's not ready yet. Anyway, enough. So till the next time and such. It's fucking I don't know if the Do Not God site is up yet. It got moved. So, see, this is one of the features. See, now from there I hit this DNGC, and so it brought up another message board that was run on the Do Not God site, and you can see you can do text searches at different search engines. You know, it has all kinds of, you can add JavaScript, you can do all kinds of different things. It's a tools. And then it has all these raggy, crappy comments from jackasses. Oh, disjunctive media here again. Yeah, who the fuck could care? Asshole. I mean, what is all this? You can use HTML5 Player in WordPress. I can use HTML Player without using WordPress. This site is old, idiot. I'm not redoing it. Okay? The videos are linked to the ones at the website, stupid fuck. Yay, it's already indexing forward, but it's the wrong page. Look at that. They're sending me to it went to the mail page for whatever reason. I don't know whose fault that one is, but yeah, it looks like it's working properly. Okay. So DreamHost is forwarding it here to the regular page. But I'm just saying this thing, it has a simple description here, and here's the YouTube video. So that's the last Einstein's General Theory of Relativity, last YouTube video. All the YouTube videos are right there. Why do I need any? I don't have to do WordPress. I don't need any other thing here. This is a simple index of my videos, jackass. It's got unintelligent design here. You can play some of the old videos here. Who cares about any? I don't need to do any of this HTML5. Yes, I'll get rid of this Flash player now that I don't need it. But like I said, it's an art. This site's 10 fucking years old, jackass. You know, and frankly, yeah, I don't produce videos on it anymore. I will in the future, but not right now. But I mean, this works. I mean, the contact page opens. Oops. Yo, that's okay. The server hasn't fixed that yet. The book page, what does that do? Oh, come on. It can't be fucking all these up. Inmendham down. What's it doing? It's putting it on top of the index page. Alright, so I'll have to go back to DreamHost now. I'll have to take the index off of there. DreamHost is a weird ass place, I have to concede. It does some strange shit. So anyway, the art site's working. But that is weird. Why the hell would it... I mean, I've never seen something do that before where it's like saying index HTML, and then it's putting the other HTML page, it's adding it as text on top of the HTML, which is fucked up. But I have no reason. Why is it not doing it on the art page, which is funny. So anyway, yeah, fuck you. I guess that's my general statement here. Just fuck you, people are assholes. Do Not God and art and such and art. I love art, so I'm checking it out. I don't know what that is. I don't mean to step in. I'm just showing interest in your work. You're not showing interest. All you're doing has been ragging me, jackass. Or whatever. Yeah. So, till the next time, and such and so forth. Yeah, I was just noticing that these are all the old, this is the old, I mean, it has the new videos, but it's the old style one that pops up on here, which I sort of like. I like the mousing over, and you just click it, because, you know, it holds, obviously you get more links in the same amount of space, which is nice. But anyway, yeah, I've probably lost most, it doesn't matter. I mean, the point wasn't, the point was just to illustrate that people are arguing stuff and making accusations, and they force you to defend yourself against these accusations. I'm just saying, if you're really going to do that, if you're going to make accusations and going to force somebody to defend themselves, then you really ought to make sure you're right. It really is a significant thing to burden somebody with having to defend themselves against your accusations, and you don't understand how really foul it is if what you're doing is fundamentally misguided, based on false perceptions, based on crap you made up, based on nothing the individual actually did wrong or said. Yeah, fuck you. You should be accountable for that. You should, you should probably pay people that you've cheated that way. You've stolen hours of their life. Yeah, this conference report drawing came out pretty good. Minor Mystic, I like the Mystic one because, he's happy and such. But this conference report one was pretty good. Yes. Crackpot. Until next time, and such.